The birth of the Internet. In the shadow of the Cold War, when the world trembled between two superpowers, an idea quietly sparked that would change humanity forever. It was not born in a palace or from the speech of a great leader. Instead, it grew in dimly lit university labs, where engineers and dreamers stared at glowing screens and clunky machines the size of wardrobes. The year was 1957, and fear drove innovation. The Soviet Union had launched Sputnik, the first satellite into orbit. In response, the United States scrambled to strengthen its technology. One outcome was the creation of ARPA, the Advanced Research Projects Agency, a small but daring arm of the Pentagon tasked with thinking about the future. Their mission was not just military defense, but to build tools that could withstand catastrophe, even nuclear war. The biggest question was, if bombs fall and cities crumble, how can information still flow? At the time, computers were isolated islands. Each was a massive machine that could not talk to another. To share data, you carried stacks of punch cards and magnetic tapes in your hands. But the scientists at ARPA imagined something radical, a network of computers that could speak to one another across great distances, even if parts of it were destroyed. That dream began to take shape in the late 1960s with ARPANET. Engineers like Leonard Kleinrock, Vinton Cerf, and Robert Kahn introduced the revolutionary concept of packet switching. Instead of sending information as one huge block, which could be lost if interrupted, data would be chopped into small packets, routed through different paths, and reassembled at the destination, like puzzle pieces scattered through many roads, but always coming together in the end. On October 29, 1969, history was made. In a modest computer room at UCLA, a young graduate student named Charlie Klein typed a simple command: login. He was trying to connect to another computer at Stanford, hundreds of miles away. The system crashed after just 2 letters, LO. But those 2 letters marked the first breath of the Internet. Later that night, the full message went through, and a new era had begun. Through the 1970s, ARPANET grew. It was still a small circle of researchers, scientists, and government officials, but its culture was unlike anything else: open, collaborative, and experimental. By the 1980s, protocols like TCP/IP became the universal language of networks, uniting machines across the globe. The term Internet, short for internetworking, was born. Then came the 1990s, when Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist at CERN, introduced something even more magical: the World Wide Web. Unlike the raw text-based Internet of the past, the web allowed clickable links, browsers, and pages that anyone could create. Suddenly, the Internet was no longer just a tool for scientists, it was a door for everyone. What began as a military safeguard had evolved into the world's greatest marketplace of ideas, a global village where voices could travel across continents in seconds. From LO to billions of tweets, posts, and messages every day, the Internet's birth was not a single event, but a chain of sparks, curiosity, necessity, fear, and imagination that lit up the world. And though it was born in silence, in hidden rooms full of machines, its cry now echoes louder than anything else in human history.